Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and we're squeezing in maybe one more game-changing video before the Christmas break here in 2022, because today it is a team that has no Godseeker Iniri, that has no Ninja, no Walking Tomb Drang, none of these champions. In fact, we're going to be looking at a team for stage 24 of the Sand Devils Necropolis, where one champion can basically solo this dungeon with food champions in about 2 minutes on stage 24. I want you to guess, just take a second, guess what you think that champion might be, and let's dive in. Let me show you where I don't actually have this champion, so we're going to jump over to a YouTube video made by Grandelama. Again, he's a member of Sin in Wrath, and a big shout out to him. Let's hit play. Let's see it go. The champion is none other than CROHNAM. Of course, Grandelama here. He's not a professional content creator or anything, so the video is a little low quality, but I've got all of the stats and all the setup and everything in high res, but you can see how it works, right? You can see how it works. So CROHNAM, he's tanking this up. He is built to be tanky. He gets one shot, and what's this? He sits back up. He stands back. He revives himself. What is happening? Well, it's something that we might not normally think about when it comes to CROHNAM, but when we put in Jamarsa, this is why I said basically solos, because while he is basically soloing the dungeon, you do need a Jamarsa in the same team. Now, Jamarsa could be level 1. She could have no gear on whatsoever. It doesn't matter. She needs to be there for CROHNAM's passive to activate, where he'll actually revive himself with half HP and turn meter when he's killed if she is on the same team. I think it does have a cooldown, but that doesn't matter. We do take enough turns before the boss one-shots us to come back to it. And it's really that simple. He can apply HP burn with his A3. Here he goes in. Blazing Zephyr puts on the burn. His A1 extends that burn. His A2 can explode the burn, and it also, I believe, heals him. And that's basically it. And because we're not running a Godseeker Iniri, I have seen some clever teams, by the way, with Godseeker. I think maybe Tyraku came up with them. The exact sort of speed tunes and all of that, where you can use an unbooked Godseeker so that you can bring in food champions and she won't waste her revive. That's a little bit awkward to set up. The nice thing about this is because he's reviving himself with his passive and it's just him, you can bring in food champions and you can start grinding up food. You can start grinding experience on champions while you're farming this dungeon, which is really, really nice. You're going to have 3 slots for food with this setup. And as you can see, he's going through it. His health never really drops low. He is absolutely destroying this dungeon, no problem whatsoever. One interesting thing I did see, and I'm not sure why this happens, but the boss doesn't use his A2. So he doesn't cleanse off those burns, which is really weird. And there we go, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. And he has claimed the win, which is really, really cool. So there we go. Fantastic stuff there. Stage 24. So yeah, let me quickly show you CROHNAM in the game, and then I'll show you the stats that we needed for this team. Again, it's this passive, guys. If Jamarsa's on the same team, 4-turn cooldown, revives him, half HP and turn meter, then he brings a burn, he explodes the burns with this, he heals himself whenever he activates burn, so extra healing compared to Ninja, and that's how it works. It's a very, very clever team. And of course, Ninja is unobtainable. CROHNAM is certainly not easy to obtain. I mean, I gave it my best shot. I got 3 accounts level 30, and I gave up 17 weeks ago, almost 18 weeks ago now at this point. It's a massive grind to get him, but if you have him, if you're willing to put in that grind, this could be an exceptional, exceptional team. So let me come over here and let me show you the different stuff. So first of all, we have this right here. So here you go. You can see an example of the run and what it looks like. So this one, he did it in about 2 minutes. He does not have Brimstone on CROHNAM. So I think if you put Brimstone on, you can bring this run down below 2 minutes. It could potentially be as fast as like 1 minute 30 or something like that. This could be an extremely fast run, I think, with Brimstone. And of course, that Brimstone blessing will make gearing CROHNAM significantly easier as well. So that's something to be aware of. You can see for stage 24, you're going to get about 6,000 XP in each of your food champions, which is pretty good. Fairly comparable to like a brutal campaign run. Not quite as good, but pretty good. Now, when we come to CROHNAM, he has very, very good gear, guys. So this is the gear that we had on. Regeneration is essential. You can see that several of these pieces are ascended as well, and perception to try get the accuracy. So we're looking for a few different things. We need a good chunk of HP. We've got 53k here, a lot of defense, 3.4k right here. You need 486 or so accuracy, about 480 accuracy, and you'll be good with the right masteries. And then his speed wants to be high. Now, the reason he has his speed this high, it doesn't need to be this high, but it's going to make the run faster. Basically, what Grandelama was trying to do here was to tune him in so that the HP burn would be back off cooldown after every single one-shot. Because remember, with Godseeker Iniri, when she revives Ninja in the Godseeker Ninja teams, she revives Ninja, and her revive resets his skill cooldowns. So he will always have the HP burn ready to go. There's no speed tune really required there for Ninja. For CROHNAM, you will need a bit of a speed tune because he's soloing it. He's not going to reset his skills. So he will do it fine with different other speeds, but he will be slower. Grandelama has him running at about 286 speed and found that that was a really good point, that you would get the HP burn up every single time for that really nice quick run. So there we go. That's what we're looking for in terms of the gearing on him. Obviously, Brimstone's going to help with the HP and the accuracy when you get that rolled up. Ascending your gear. I will be honest, this is very gear intensive stats. This is very, very, very hard to do. That's the biggest downside of this strategy, in my opinion. It is very gear intensive. You are going to be really looking at ascending your gear when you can ascend accessories as well, whenever that comes. That is going to help. Awakening is going to help. Faction Guardians will help. All of this stuff will come together. So that's something to be aware of. For his masteries, these are the masteries he's running. So pretty much the same as Ninja in these particular comps. War Master, you absolutely must avoid. That is essential. War Master will wipe you really fast because you'll wake the boss up too quickly. So we're going to give him more accuracy, which is why about 480 should be fine for stage 24. We're going to give him more speed from dead allies. That is important, and that's why we're going to bring in food champions. And this is what's going to make that speed tune match that HP burn nicely to the boss, right? The speed that we've built him with, 286, plus the speed from dead allies, all going to add together to make that work. Giving him a chance to extend the burn as well, because for whatever reason the boss won't cleanse the burn. Every extra turn of burn will speed you up, and bonus accuracy to make the stats a bit easier, and then defense tree to help him stay alive. And yeah, then finally, in terms of the team setup, because we are faster, the only person who needs to set up is CROHNAM, of course. You're going to need to put your food champions into your preset to make sure that this works out. We're going to set him to open with his A1 because he's faster than the boss. So he opens with the A1, then everyone gets killed. He pops back up. We're going to set him priority 1 on his burn and priority 2 on exploding the burn. And it's that simple. And there you are, guys. So what do you think? Let me know. I thought this was insane. So impressed by Grandelama here coming in and actually managing to speed tune this one up and make CROHNAM do the boss. Like we were chatting about this yesterday, you know, about this potential. And he was throwing together the team at first and kind of thinking like, man, this team has potential, but it's tough. And like big shout out to Grandelama. He was doing this on the bus on his way home from work. And he's thrown this team together, speed shooting it. Really big brain stuff. And yeah, so impressive to actually come through. So there you go. If you don't have Ninja and you want to farm this dungeon quickly, gear intensive, yes, but if you do that referral program, or if you've already done it and you have a CROHNAM already, CROHNAM could be a really, really good answer. Like I said, about 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes like this. I think you get Brimstone on him, you're going to be doing this in, actually, I guess because he doesn't use his A2, I guess Brimstone wouldn't speed it up. Let's just say about, 2 minutes is sort of your best case sort of scenario here. Let's play it. Let's not go too crazy. Say 2 minutes, Brimstone will help you gearing, but yeah, because he doesn't do the A2, it's not going to activate. 2 minutes. Pretty damn good though. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.